it's Blue Fox, and as you guys probably know, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. And my favorite way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day is by making a leprechaun trap. All that you're gonna need for this is a box as your base, and then you can grab a few other things like paint, scissors, a plate, a few green construction papers, and you honestly won't need very much. So let's get right into making the leprechaun trap. The very first step is when you have your box, you're gonna want to cut these sides off because we don't need those. They're just gonna get in the way of what we want to do. So let's snip off those sides. Once we have finished with that step, the next thing we're gonna do is flip the box over. And we're going to just cut a hole right in the middle. The best way to do this, in my opinion, is to kind of sketch kind of where you want the hole to be, how you want it to look, and then cut it out from when you've drawn it on. Like mine, the hole in your box may not be very neat. Sometimes it's hard to get good even cuts with the scissors, so it may end up looking like that, and that is totally fine because, spoiler alert, it's going to be covered up anyway. The next step is to paint your box. You can paint it whatever color you want, but as for me, I'm going to go with the most classic St. Patrick's Day color, a nice dark, but just plain green. I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice color, especially for St. Patrick's Day. So let's get right to painting. So now I'm putting on that nice green to the box and hoping that it gives a nice St. Patrick's Day resemblance. It looked pretty opaque when I put it on, but then when it dried, it looked really see-through, so I had to do a few layers. I don't know if it was the box or the paint, but it also took a while to get the color to spread out and make it look even. So yeah, this step does take a while if you do plan to do it yourself. There are some other ways that you can make it green too if you don't want to spend this long, but paint gives you the exact color you want. Once your box is fully painted, we're going to move on to the next step. Also, I just wanted to say that if you just wanted to use some green paper and just kind of put it around the box, you can do that too. It just always would look uneven. If I did that, I know. But I know some of you guys are a lot more talented than I am, so you can go ahead and do that if you want to save a lot of time. Personally though, I like painting because I can get the exact shade of color that I want. Now let's move on to the next step. Obviously guys, you do not have to do exactly as I'm saying you to do. These are just some of the tips that I like to use while making my leprechaun traps. So the next thing we're gonna do is cut out a small rectangle out of one of your cardboard pieces that you cut off of your box. It'll look like this. Now cut another one in a slightly different shape, like this. Then go ahead and paint the two things different colors. It's going to actually act as a sign in the design, and so you're gonna want it to be a little bit more interesting than just cardboard looking. With painting your sign, you're going to write something on it because that's what signs are for. So what I'm going to write is gold. No leprechauns allowed. So for one thing, leprechauns love gold, and for two, they are very disobedient and love to disobey rules. So you probably want to write something on it kind of similar to that, but it honestly doesn't matter. Next up, you're going to want a few green popsicle sticks and 2 green colored pencils, and just in case you really like these green colored pencils, then definitely don't use them for a step. This step you can substitute them with straws or something. But yeah, you'll see what we're doing with them in just a second. The first step for this is trimming off the actual pencil part on the colored pencils. Then you're gonna also trim your popsicle sticks so that they just match with the size that you want of your two colored pencils. If you can't already know now, this is going to be a ladder. Once you've done that, attach the pieces one at a time to your box. Once your ladder is attached, go ahead and attach your sign. Now this front side should be done. The next step is that you're going to take a whole bunch of cardboard paper and cut out teeny tiny stringy glass. Just sprinkle it all over the top. Finished with sprinkling the grass on top. It should look pretty much finished. But you may realize, what is going to even get the leprechaun to come? And why did we say there were gold if there's not going to be any? Well, for the next step, we are going to need a small cup, and you're just going to trim it down a little bit to make a nice kind of sized pot. Once you have your pot ready, make sure to get the gold. You can use beads, or if you have fool's gold, that would be great too. Here is my pile. I have a few of these just pretty flower things, and then a few golden little beads, and then even a few pieces of fool's gold. But as you would know, it probably wouldn't fill up this whole pot, so I'm gonna put a few pennies in there as well. I'm going to take the pot and I'm going to set it up in the back of my trap. Make sure to not set it on the place where the whole of the box is. Now that you have it mostly set up, it's definitely mostly done. But you may be thinking, since the ladder goes up there, why don't they walk just around instead of to the place where the whole of the box is? Well, this is where two of your pieces of fake gold come in. You're going to set them right over the holes and make sure they're pretty tiny so that they don't weigh in the little pieces of paper. Set them on, and hopefully the leprechaun will notice that there are two pieces that have fallen out and step right on there to grab them. And luckily, your pot of gold will be saved before they can grab it too.
And now you are finished. This did kind of leave a little bit of a mess, and it took a long time, but in my opinion, it was totally worth it. This was really fun, and I hope that maybe I will catch a leprechaun. Anyway, you can leave it out the night before St. Patrick's Day, or you can leave it out while you're gone on the actual holiday, but it honestly doesn't really matter. You celebrate how you want to. Anyway, I hope you like the final result.